Welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett, and we are going over Wizkids' latest release for DC Heroclix. Heroclix game, for those who don't know, Heroclix is a miniature game where you build your force and you kind of battle out with other players. You do it with all the points, and each set is based off of some of the various popular properties that are out there. So you've got DC, you've got Marvel, Yu-Gi-Oh, Lone Ranger, Pacific Rim, tons of different sets that are out there. What's really cool is then you can battle forces and do some dream battles, like Batman versus Spider-Man, Superman versus Captain America, so on and so forth. Or even have Spider-Man fighting alongside Batman and see how things go. So the latest set is Trinity War. So for those who don't know the story, Trinity War was like the first major event of DC's New 52. It brought together the Justice League of America, and Justice League Dark, trying to figure out the mystery of Pandora's box, the mythical box that was out there. What happens is Pandora's box, of course, has evil in it, but not the evil you expect. Actually, the evil in there was a entryway to Earth 3, where the evil crime syndicate had taken over. Basically, alternate versions of Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman took over this Earth 3, this evil Earth, and then came over to our Earth and then beat the crap out of the Justice League and all the heroes and enslaved the Earth, which turned into the next storyline, Forever Evil. So for those who also are paying attention, Wizkids seems to be following the plot line of the DC universe. We went from Flashpoint, which brought about the New 52 and kind of hinted at the Trinity War, now into the Trinity War itself. And one of the subsets out of this is Forever Evil. So maybe I'm thinking, well, a future set we might get a more proper set for Forever Evil out there. What we're going to do is we're going to open up these booster boxes and show off and see how well we do as far as figures, and how well some of these figures kind of match out the storyline and the character themselves. Now, I'm right going to admit that I'm not the biggest DC fan. I was reading DC. I do read DC now, so I know the storyline of this pretty well. I know the characters and what to expect from them. So we've got some interesting characters here. Start cracking them out and show them off. None of them are really kind of jumping out at me as far as like special characters at all, point-wise or rarity-wise. So far we got Black Orchid. Kind of a cool sculpt that does really well with the details around the legs and the body. The Trench. So I'm an Aquaman fan, I will admit. So these guys are kind of former Atlantis beings that got sucked down and live in, I think, the Marianas Trench. They're kind of like these rabid guild people that kind of attack the surface world. It's a cool storyline. You can actually see it in Justice League War, I believe, that came out in cartoon from DC not too far back. Element Woman. Sculpt is kind of a little weak on this one. You can look at the face. I think the face isn't all that great. So I'm not super impressed with that one. The coloring is decent, though. Katana. Oh, Katana. So they try to build up Katana, give her her own series. It didn't really pan out super well. And then a member of Justice League Dark, we have Madame Xanadu. Again, none of these characters I'm like super excited with. The Trench could be a cool force to play with if I could even get enough of them. So let's actually kind of go through, see if anything stands out character-wise. So Katana, whittle down strongest foe, my husband's kiss, I will cut anyone who harms my teammates. I'm not here to make friends, parry your blows. So a lot of close combat, what you would expect. Black Orchid, who was a Justice League Dark member. Not one I'm really, I don't remember. It doesn't kind of stand out all that well. Super strength, toughness, combat reflexes, blah, 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 blah. Nothing to that. So the Trench. Cannibal Race. When an adjacent friendly character with a dolphin symbol is KO'd, you may heal the Trench of 2 damage. That's kind of cool if you know someone that plays that. A Trench can use Charge if it begins its turn occupying water terrain. So they're kind of like they jumped out of the water and then attack the individuals. Charge, blades, food, fangs, toughness. Basically, we're looking at close combat, ravenous piranhas. Could be cool to play a whole bunch of them together. Madam Xanadu, it's in the cards. When an opposing character targets Madam Xanadu or an adjacent friendly character with Justice League Dark keyword, when attack, you may choose a number between 1 and 6. After actions resolve, those characters heal 1 click for each die in the final attack roll, showing the chosen number. Could be kind of cool. Regeneration, penetrating blast, telekinesis, stealth, prob, control, outwit. Element Woman, she should be interesting. At the beginning of your turn, choose 1. Earth, Fire, Ice. Element Woman can use the associated powers until your next turn. Barrier and Impervious, Energy Explosion, Penetrating Psychic Blast, Incapacitate, Perplex. She's got Phasing Teleport, Plasticity, Blade, Claws, Super Senses, Energy, Shape Change with Void Weakness. More combat, close combat. Interesting enough. I would say all those characters are very close combat related. As far as an opening booster, though, I'm kind of I'm a little disappointed. I'm not going to lie. Not the start I was hoped for. Let's see what we get. What else we get? Alright. We're 2 boosters in, and we already have a duplicate. So there is a duplicate Black Orchid. That's not good. If we're 2 boosters in, we're already at a duplicate. But Blackgate Inmate, 35 points. Generic character. Again, the sculpts, the face is kind of a little eh. A lot of orange, very Dayglow orange. Here we go. We got a member of the Justice League. Sculpt's a little bit better. We got Cyborg. He's coming in at either 146 points or 85 points. Kind of a cool sculpt. Not that bad. We'll get to the huge figure last. Scarecrow for Batman fans, a new Scarecrow figure. Again, sculpt's not bad. There's some coloring issues with this one. I don't know what he's doing with his hands though, and his arms out. It's a little goofy. And the big, giant, massive figure here is Shaggy Man. That's a huge figure. That's a big figure at 153 points. It's kind of cool. I'm actually digging it. So far, out of the bunch that I've opened up, that will be my favorite. Let's check out the cards, see what's in the cards. Blackgate, 35 points. Give Blackgate inmate a power action and choose a friendly character within 4 squares in line of fire. That character can use Sidestep. That's actually kind of cool. Willpower, blah, blah, blah. Black Orchid, we already talked about. Cyborg, Charge, Leap, Climb, White Noise, he can use Penetrating Psychic Blast when he does. Give an action token to hit characters. He's got Super Strength, Pulse Wave, Invulnerability, Toughness, Outwit, Range Combat Expert, and Perplex. So, you know, kind of what you'd expect for the character. Tough, got Super Strength, can get some good shots in. Scarecrow, 93-point figure. He's got Poison, Mastermind, you can use Incapacitate, Mind Control, Poison. You place a second action token on a character, modify its attack value by -1 until your next turn, blah, blah, blah. Plasticity, Stealth, Willpower, Shape Change, Outwit. Not too bad. Shaggy Man, I'm kind of digging this. So he's a secret society of supervillains. At the beginning of your turn, you may heal Shaggy Man of 1 damage. He can regenerate from any wound. That could be worth it. That's actually pretty cool. Charge, Sidestep, Super Strength, Invulnerability, Toughness. He may use regeneration. When he does, don't subtract 2 from the result. Super Senses, Battle Fury. So you're looking at a character, you're getting in there and just beating the crap out of people. That's super, super tough. I'm liking that. So far, I'm thinking Shaggy Man. Shaggy Man is my favorite of the bunch. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here. There we go. This one's a bit better. Still not looking at any uniques. Not looking at any prime figures yet. So that's a little disappointing. These are all new ones, so this is a good thing. Black Lightning. That's kind of a cool pose, cool figure. I'm liking the design a little bit. It's got Running Shot, Energy Explosion, Penetrating Psychic Blast, Pulse Wave, Energy Shield Deflection, Poison, Super Sense Enhancement for 96 points. It's kind of a cool figure. I'm digging it. I'm liking it. Bizarro is one of the forever evil figures. He comes in at a massive 250 points or 100 points. Bizarro, me and Bizarro. He can use Super Strength. Adjacent friendly characters named Lex Luthor can use Mastermind, but only to transfer damage to Bizarro regardless of point values. He's got Running Shot, Charge, Your Good Boy Flurry, Energy Explosion, Quake, Invincible, Impervious, Invulnerability, Toughness, Regeneration, Battle Fury, and Close Combat Expert. He is a beast. So in this version of Bizarro, in this new 52, Bizarro is a science experiment from Lex Luthor trying to clone Superman, and decides to wake him up because he needs someone to fight the crime syndicate, basically. Here we got DEO Agent, another kind of generic police spy figure, 56 points, kind of beefy. Their generics actually are costing a lot of points in this set. He's adjacent to a friendly character with police word or team ability. Both characters can use Stealth, Sidestep, Toughness, Energy Deflection, Energy Shield Deflection, Willpower, Outwit, Perplex, and Support. So, you know, it might be kind of a generic character, but it's pretty beefy. We have this set's version of Superwoman. Opposing characters with 6 squares that you're adjacent to and share a key word with each other. Modify their defense values by -1 unless you already modified by this effect. Charge, Sidestep, Flurry, Super Strength, Impervious, Invulnerability, Toughness, Energy or Exploit Weakness, and Power, Close Combat Expert for 142 points or 100 points. I noticed the flavor for that Ultraman and Owlman is gone in this version. She's a member of she's an Amazon or a member of the Crime Syndicate, and we've got our first solid piece here. 120 points. We've got Zatanna. This is a great figure, fantastic sculpt. The thing that I noticed is the fishnets on the legs, which is kind of a pretty iconic look for her. The face isn't great, at least the coloring, like the eyes. The sculpt's pretty good. Really cool figure. I'm liking the stance though. Celebrity, Justice League, Dark, Mystical, Shadow Pact, 120 points. When you place your characters at the start of the game, you may turn Zatanna to click 6. If you do, this game turn her dial counterclockwise when she is damaged and clockwise when she is healed. And she can't heal past click 6. This trait can't be ignored. She's got Running Shot, Sidestep. She used Penetrating, Psychic Blast, Precision Strike, Pulse Wave, Telekinesis, Energy Shield Deflection, Toughness, Defend, Outwit. You can and them help. Give her a free action. Choose one of the following to last until your next turn. She used Barrier and Perplex, or Zatanna can use Enhancement and Probability Control or Support. So basically, so her, and it's actually really cool. So her ability is when she's cast spells, she does it backwards. So the whole clicking thing in the reverse plays off that really well. And again, it's a great example of Wizkids putting in some really solid flavor into the game that matches the characters. Next one, open up. Let's see what else we have. Looks like we have another member of the Crime Syndicate. All new figures out of this one, so that's good. So we've only got one duplicate, I believe, so far, and that is Orchid. We've got the new Dr. Light at 56 points. Kind of cool. It's an interesting sculpt. I'm not a huge fan of the look for Dr. Light, but he's kind of a key figure in the storyline. He's Justice League of America's member, scientist. He's got running shot, penetrating second blast, pulse wave, energy, shield deflection, regeneration, enhancement, and shape change for 56 points. Kind of a cool figure. I'm liking him a bit. We'll go with Dr. Shiva. Next is 83 points. Magic Avoidance. He's a member of the Secret Society of Supervillains. Fearsome 5 scientists, friendly characters of Secret Society of Supervillains keyword. Ignore the Mystics team ability. He's got stealth, mind control, penetrating, psychic blast, precision strike, mastermind. He can use outwit. Savannah, Dr. Savannah. Did I say Shiva? Whatever. Dr. Savannah may activate outwit with a power action, and when he does, the counter to power or ability is also countered on all opposing characters within 8 squares that share a keyword with the target. And he's got perplex as well. Let's go with the figure in the bag. It's our second member of the Crime Syndicate coming out of this box at 150 points. We're looking at Deathstorm. Again, love the sculpt. The sculpt's the exact same that is in the Fast Forces. He's got running shot, phasing, teleport, energy explosion, invulnerability. That one's called the Nuclear Zombie. Half dead anyways, gives him toughness. He can use Energy Shield, Deflection, and Toughness if this click is revealed as a result of taking damage from a range attack. After action resolve, roll a d6 and heal him of damage equal to the result. He's got Regeneration. He can use Perplex. When he does, if he targets the character 75 points or less, he may modify a combat value other than damage by +2 or -2, and he can use Outwit. Really, really cool figure. I'm thinking I'm going to use that one in a Crime Syndicate Force. That could be very, very neat. I'm liking it. You might mock him, but I'm a fan. It's Aquaman at 172 or 60 points. He's got running shot, sidestep, charge, Trident Neptune. At the beginning of your turn, choose one to last until you choose again. Aquaman can use enhancement and leadership, or Aquaman can use energy explosion, or he can use penetrating psychic blast. He's also got blade, claws, fangs, invulnerability, toughness, super senses. Once per turn, he can use either outwit or perplex. When he does, he may target characters with the dolphin symbol that's on here, anywhere on the map, and he's a close combat expert, so maybe use him and the folks from the trench. And then finally, DC tried to make this character happen, kind of failed with it. We've got Vibe. Not a bad sculpt, really, actually not bad at all. He can use Quake, he's got running shot, sidestep, telekinesis, pulse wave, willpower, energy shield, deflection. Opposing characters with range must be given a double power action instead of a power or move action to activate charge, hypersonic speed, phasing, teleport, or running shot. So in other words, he'd be a great figure to use in an anti-Flash Force. Alright, on to the next one. So far not bad. We've only got one duplicate. We got one, I think, rare figure with Zatanna. Oh, and this is a pretty big one. We got a chase, it looks like. We'll go with that one first. So here we've got Sloth for 97 points. Really, really cool figure. That's actually a neat use of the clear translucent. Let's check out what we get with him first. So Sloth, he's mystical, 7 deadly sins. One of the 7 deadly sins. When you build your force, you may assign the Sloth relic to a friendly character within the 7 deadly sins keyword. By paying its cost, the object doesn't count towards your force. Feed from your Sloth after an action given to an opposing character within 4 squares resolves. The character given the action can't be given further actions this turn. He's got stealth, plasticity, incapacitate, poison, Invulnerability, Toughness, Regeneration. Opposing characters within 2 squares possess Earthbound Neutralize. Sloth damage value can't be modified. He's also got Outwits. So 97 points for that figure. Alright, what else we got? So, we got Cyborg. This isn't Cyborg. This is another member of the crime syndicate. Turns out Cyborg, not to ruin the story, Cyborg's cybernetics was actually this alien who was a member of the crime syndicate, the Grid. Opposing characters with the Justice League or Justice League America keyword can't use Outwit, Perplex, or Probability Control to target the Grid or adjacent characters friendly to him. He's got Running Shot, Sidestep, Mind Control, Pulse Wave. Opposing characters within 6 squares can't ignore pushing damage. So I also got Invulnerability, Toughness. He can't use... The Grid can use Outwit and Shape Change when a character with a power countered by the Grid targets him in attack. His Shape Change succeeds on a result of 3 to 6. And then he's also got Shape Change. Pretty big character, pretty key in the storyline. And to compare Cyborg and the Grid. Alright. Again, we haven't got any other duplicates other than that one Orchid. We got Stargirl. She was a huge, really important character in the storyline for 95 points. When a second action token would be given to an adjacent friendly character, roll d6. So that character has the Justice League of America keyword, add 2 to the result. If the result is 6 or higher, the character used willpower. We've got Running Shot, Force Blast, Energy Explosion, Penetrating Psychic Blast, Pulse Wave, Toughness, Energy Shield, Deflection, Willpower, Range Combat Expert. Again, the thing I'm noticing, the more we're opening up, is a lot of these figures affect other figures, especially with keyword and team keywords, which makes sense because the storyline really had a lot to do with the teams themselves. We kind of got another generic, very broad character, Blackgate Guard, 46 points. It's got Plasticity, Sidestep, Incapacitate, Toughness, Willpower. You can give him free action and choose an opposing character within range and line of fire. Till your next turn, that character can't automatically break away and modifies his breakaway rolls by -2. Again, another thing to notice is these generic characters are much beefier than in the past. Like, you might actually want to pick some of them, not to just fill up points, but, you know, actually use them. And then we have an Atlantean. Not a fan of the sculpt at all. Sidestep, Incapacitate, Blade, Claws, Fangs, Toughness, Combat Reflexes. When he occupies water, he modifies combat value by +1, all for 36 points. Again, very generic figure. Might get a nice water source going with Aquaman, and then Atlantean, and one of the guys from the Trench. Other than Cyborg and Aquaman, I'm not looking at too many members of the Justice League. You know, it is what it is. Oh, looks like we got some cool items here. Put that last. Alright, well actually we'll come to this first. I've got Greed. So this is a relic. This character can use Energy Shield, Deflection, and Sidestep. The character can use Perplex with a range value of 10, but only to target opposing characters assigned a relic or resource. It's 8 points. So we've got Sloth, we've got a relic, DEO Agent. I believe that might be our second one. Yep. So we're looking at 2 duplicates total. This is actually a very cool one. Atomica. There was no Atomica in the set, but we have a Atomica right here. Crime Syndicate member, when a friendly character named Johnny Quick is adjacent to Atomica, they both modify their attack values by +1, if not already modified. We got Stealth, Phasing Teleport, Poison, Precision Strike, Super Senses, Combat Reflexes, Exploit Weakness. She can use Shape Change. When she does, and the attacker has a shared keyword, modify her Shape Change result by +2. And all of that for 64 points. So she can be really helpful. Madame Xanadu, we have a second one. So that's a duplicate, so we're looking at 3 duplicates total. We have Ultraman in the set. He comes in at a pretty beefy 225. In 125, not a fan of the sculpt at all. When he occupies hindering terrain, his powers abilities can't be countered. Hypersonic speed, running shot, charge, super strength, penetrating psychic blast, invincible, impervious, invulnerability, toughness, combat or ranged combat expert, battle fury. Again for 225, 125. Not a fan of that sculpt. Still gonna sticking to that. Just not a fan at all. Next we have another key character. Kind of a cool sculpt. I feel like I've seen this before with the Gambit. This is Killer Frost. Just kind of ice skating. Killer Frost can use steel energy. She can use it normally or during range attacks, something her character does. Opposing characters using steel energy do not heal when a friendly character with Secret Society of Supervillains keyword adjacent to Killer Frost takes damage from their attack. She's got Running Shot, Plasticity, Charge, Precision Strike, Incapacitate, Poison, Energy Shield, Barrier Energy Shield, Deflection, Invulnerability, Barrier, Cold Snap. So Killer Frost is hit by attack and actions resolve. Give the attacker an action token. If you can't, deal the attacker 1 avoidable damage. Molecular Freeze, Exploit Weakness. Kind of a cool figure. I'm liking the sculpt. The sculpt's kind of cool. Good use of the clear plastic. Face is still a little jacked up. That seems to be an ongoing issue with this set. And the pose is kind of ripped off from Gambit. But we'll forgive him a little bit. It does have the flavor of the figure. And we're coming on the last 4. What else will we get? Looking like a bunch of new figures, which is nice. Always nice to see. So far we're only at 3 duplicates out of all that. So let's go these in order of the cards. This is a character I have no idea at all. Signalman. At the beginning of the game, choose a combat symbol other than certain ones. When an opposing character with the chosen symbol is targeted by mind control, modify that character's defense value by -1. Or if Signalman is the attacker, by -2. He's got mind control, incapacitate, pulse wave, super senses, energy shield, deflection, and outwit for 50 points. Looks like he's a Batman villain. One I really don't know. So I guess if you like mind control, go with that. Alright, we've got another one. We've got Blight. Monster Mystical is one the evil bad guys that the Justice League Dark had to go up against. When Blight is dealt penetrating damage, it can be reduced. Once per turn, an opposing character can be given a free action to be dealt 1 vulnerable damage. That character ignores this effect until your next turn. Once per turn, when a KO click on this dial is revealed instead of being KO'd, heal Blight of damage equal to any further damage remaining to be taken. If there's no further damage, KO this character. This ability can't be ignored. So there's a character that's sticking around for 272 points. It's pretty beefy. Phasing, Teleport, Charge, Mind Control, Sidestep. So you really need to be good at killing this character. Pulse Wave, Blades, Claws, Fangs, Poison, Impervious, Invulnerability, Outwit, and Exploit Weakness. Yeah, have fun trying to kill that one. We've got Aquaman, we've got the Trench, we've got Atlantean, now we have Ocean Master. Once per game, give Ocean Master a double power action. Choose an edge of the map that your starting area is adjacent to. Roll 2d6 and double the result. Any squares within a number of squares away from the chosen edge equal to the result are a water terrain in addition to any other types this game. That's pretty cool, especially when you take in the Atlanteans and the Trench abilities. That's also very, very fantastic when it comes to flavor of the character. It's got Running Shot. You can use Penetrating Psychic Blast. It may target any number of opposing characters within range. Precision Strike, Invulnerability, Toughness. Alright, we got Energy Shield, Deflection, Leadership, Probability Control, Range Combat Expert for 115 points. Could be a very cool character if you want to run a bunch of creatures that get bonus from water. We've got a Parademon. Kind of like the first villains that they fought, the Justice League fought. Apocalypse. It's got Running Shot, Charge, Energy Explosion, Blade, Claws, Fangs, Pulse Wave, Combat Reflexes. He's a shock troop of Apocalypse. When a Fenrir character with Apocalypse keyword and a higher point value is within 8 squares, Parademon can use Colossal Stamina ability for 50 points. So definitely, if you are a fan of Apocalypse, you're going to probably want to look into the Parademons. Again, sticking with the generic characters, having some pretty beefy stats. We've got Copperhead, Phasing Teleport, Plasticity, Sidestep. He can use Flurry, Incapacitate. When he uses Flurry and hits the same character with both attacks, give that character an action token, Poison, Super Senses, Combat Reflexes, Regeneration, and Shape Change. Coming towards the end. Thank you for bearing with us. We're looking at some duplicates. But we've got another relic, it looks like. So let's start with the relic. Here we've got Wrath. This is the relic. And a character, this character can use combat reflexes, sidestep, willpower. Adjacent opposing characters can't use shape change. Going in order of the cards that we get, and get kind of the keyword, or key character, I mean, of Firestorm. When Firestorm would take damage from another character assigned a resource, Firestorm ignores that damage and rolls a d6. When he does, on a roll of 1 to 3, deal Firestorm 1 avoidable damage. This ability can't be ignored. Running Shot, Phasing Teleport, Earthbound, Neutralize. Firestorm can use Energy Shot and Precision Strike, Poison, Pulse Wave, Invincible, which is called You Can't Hurt Me with Marshmallows. Toughness, Energy Deflection, Energy Shield, Deflection, Regeneration, Outwit, Perplex, Range Combat Expert. All that for 140 points. Pose is kind of weird with the legs. I don't know what he's doing. Dr. Light, we got another duplicate. Catwoman. It is a new one, so we're looking at 4 duplicates total. Catwoman, 99-point figure. Adjacent opposing characters can't use team abilities. Stealth, Charge, Incapacitate, Plates, Claws, Fangs. Precision Strike, Combat Reflexes, Super Senses, and Perplex. For 100 points. There's not really that many figures that are cheap in points in this. Like, everything's 50 points and above. We've got Green Arrow, a member of Justice League of America. When adjacent friendly character with Justice League of America keyword, you can use Sharpshooter ability. It's got Running Shot, Sidestep, Energy Explosion, Penetrating Psychic Blast, Pulse Wave, 1 in a million shot. Once per game, give Green Arrow an Empower action at the beginning of your next turn. You can use Range Combat Expert as a free action to target any character occupying outdoor terrain on the map. Super Senses, Combat Reflexes. You can use Enhancement, Range Combat Expert, and Range Combat Experts for 122 points. Again, sticking with the somewhat pricey figures in this set. We've got Vixen at 84 points. She's a member of Justice League of America. You can give her free action. Vixen is chosen symbols until you choose again. Which is kind of cool. She can change her symbols so you get a little bit different abilities. Stealth, Charge, Plasticity. At the beginning of your turn, give Vixen a free action and choose Blade, Claws, Fangs, Close Combat Expert, Flurry, Poison, or Sidestep. She can use the chosen power until you choose again. If Vixen is part of a Justice League America themed team, she may choose 2 powers instead. Blade, Claws, Fangs, Combat Reflexes, Super Senses, Perplex, Exploit, Weakness. She is definitely close combat character for 84 points. Dr. Light is duplicate. Alright, we're coming down to the last 2. So far, we haven't gotten any primes or any uniques. So we got 2 relics. So there's that. And we got a bunch of duplicates. Let's see here. Johnny Quick is a new one, but we're not going to start with Johnny Quick off of this. Instead, we're going with the Sea King. 135 points. Travel to Parama. At the beginning of your first turn, you may place up to 6 water terrain markers in any squares, at least 5 squares from any player's starting area. These markers remain until the end of the game. So take that, and then also use the God, what's his name? Where is he? You use Ocean Master's ability to bring in water. You can quickly make a very heavy water board. You got Sidestep, Charge, Super Strength, Blades, Claws, Fangs, Invulnerability, Toughness, Regeneration, Leadership, and Empower. It could be really fun to just have a force that's all water-based and flood the board. Alright, this is a new one for this set, but he also comes in the Fast Forces. We've got Johnny Quick. 82 points, kind of a cheap one for all those. He moves at least 1 square and hits 1 or more adjacents. He may place a speed token on his card after action resolve. Increase Johnny Quick's speed value by the number of speed tokens. Again, it's a mechanic that we saw in the Flash set that came out, which was the last set. You can give him a free action, remove a speed token. You can use Perplex until your next turn, but may only use it to target an opposing character. That character can't use speed powers until your next turn. He's got Hypersonic Speed, Sidestep, Precision, Strike, Energy Shield, Deflection, Willpower, Super Senses. You can give him a free action when he has no action tokens and choose 1 or 2. Increases combat values by the amount chosen until your next turn, and at the end of your turn, deal him unavoidable damage equal to the amount chosen. It's got Shape Change and Exploit Weakness, all for 82 points. Ultraman, I believe we already opened up. Yep, I see Ultraman. Blackgate Guard, we already got. And a Parademon, we already got. So, 3 more duplicates, and we've got the final box. Ooh, here we go. This is the one I might have been waiting for. Alright, so we got another trench. Not bad, because we've seen we can do a lot of stuff with water off this set, which could be really fun, just messing with my opponents doing that. But we've got, which goes with Aquaman, we got Mera. Sculpts, actually, this is actually a fantastic sculpt. That body, the detail on the body is really, really fantastic, and the face is really good. The busting out of the water is a cool, cool effect. 84 points. She's range value is equal to 1 plus the number of squares of water terrain she occupies or is adjacent to. She's got Sidestep, Charge, Telekinesis, Incapacitate, Precision Strike, Blood, Claws, Fangs, Toughness, Super Senses, Leadership, A Day Without Water. When an opposing character within 3 squares is given a non-free action, after action's resolved, plays a Thirst token on that character's card. Characters with any Thirst tokens on their card modify their combat values by -1. When a character clears action tokens, remove 1 Thirst token from its card, and Battle Fury. So I'm thinking flood the board with Ocean Master, and then have some fun with Mera, Sea King, Aquaman, maybe some of the guys from the Trench, which we got a duplicate of. But yeah, Bizarro, you need Lex Luthor. 200 points or 100 points. Lex Luthor begins the game with a Subterfuge token on his card. When Lex Luthor has a Subterfuge token on his card, opposing characters can only target him if they begin the turn adjacent to him. When Lex Luthor targets an opposing character with attack, remove all Subterfuge tokens from his card. He's got Running Shot, Charge. When this click is revealed, add a token to his card. Earthbound, Neutralize, Pulse Wave. Super Strength, Impervious, Invulnerability, Toughness, which all equals his battle suit kind of getting weaker. Syndicate is bad for business. Lex Luthor can use Leadership and Outwit. When he uses Leadership, it succeeds. He may instead remove the action token from a friendly character with the Injustice League keyword within 3 squares and regardless of point value, and Exploit Weakness. Kind of cool figure. This one was, I was like, oh, this is going to be cool. This was actually one of the best moments of the Forever Evil storyline, I think. The figure's kind of jacked up a little bit. Oh, there we go. Just crap on him. The sculpt is... The sculpt's not bad. 210 points. It's Mizas, which is Shazam backwards. This is Alexander Luther Sr. Basically comes in and whips ass. Death brings me power when Mezas KOs an opposing character. Choose a standard power that character possesses on a click. He can use that power for the rest of the game. It's got hypersonic speed, running shot, sidestep. He can use Pulse Wave when he does after action resolves. Each opposing character hit by the attack must choose a power it possesses. All other powers on these characters are countered until your next turn. Invincible. Invulnerability, toughness, probability control, range combat expert. Pretty beefy character for 210 points. Movements 10, defensive 18, attack 11. Not bad at all. Kind of a cool sculpt. I like the pose. Face is a little but the pose is actually really cool. And then we got another Atomica, and we got another Trench. Trench is cool because I can usefully use them. So overall, this is the set of Forever Evil. Not bad. I'm going to say not quite as good as the Flash set. Probably not as good as, I think the last Marvel set. Can't even think of what it was. But there's some cool items. There's definitely some new combat tricks in there. A lot of to do with like flooding the board with water, which fits. I think we're gonna have some fun with that, especially with Sea King, Ocean Master, Mira, the guy from the trenches, Aquaman. Get them all together and basically drown my opponents. The relics are pretty cool. They should add a nice thing to it. Crime Syndicate's not that bad. Overall, not a bad set. It definitely has a lot of stuff that comes off the flavor of the storyline, but overall probably not the greatest set out there. The sculpts seem particularly weak on a lot of the figures. The faces are jacked for quite a few of them. But overall, like, not bad, but it just, we've seen better. There's definitely some highlights, though. I think the Parademons for kind of a generic troop actually look fantastic. I mean, coming in, still think my favorite is probably Sculpt's Deathstorm, though Mara is really close with the detail, and that's just a great figure overall. But yeah, so you know what, we'll go and play some games with them, see how things do, see how folks are playing with it out there, come back and report. So that is the Trinity War set, the latest release for Heroclix from Wizkids. Brett, this is Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. You can catch us every single day at graphicpolicy.com. You can also catch us on Facebook, Twitter, all at Graphic Policy. Keep it nice and consistent. Keep on rolling those die. And until next time, keep it geeky.